Hello friends, welcome to Cloudera Distributed Hadoop Setup on Google Cloud Platform. In this video, I am going to show you how Cloudera Distributed Hadoop, in short CDH, can be installed on VM instances created on Google Cloud Platform, in short GCP. I'll be using SUSE 12 operating system and downloaded Cloudera parcels for the installation purpose. Before starting the session, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Ganesh Hegde, working as Senior Engineer at Kpro Solutions Private Limited. Kpro is a leading provider in data lake, cloud implementation, IoT, blockchain, analytics, machine learning, artificial intelligence, deep learning, and mobile application development. CDH can be installed in multiple ways. I'm going to show you installation of CDH through Cloudera Manager in this video. The installation process involves in 4 main steps: setting up environment, local repository creation for Cloudera, Cloudera Manager installation, and finally installation of CDH through the Cloudera Manager. First, I will go through all these steps and commands required, and then provide a hands-on session on the installation. Now let us see the steps involved in environment setup. As part of environment setup, I will be modifying network configuration, user creation and configuration, SSH configuration, and firewall configuration. In network configuration, I will be modifying hosts file, which is located at etc directory. In this installation process, I will be using 3 machines, hence I will be required IP address, host name with fully qualified domain name, and short name of all the 3 machines, and I will be updating this information in all the machines. Then we will check resolve.conf file, which is located at etc directory, whether it contains search detail and name server detail. And then we will update hostname file, which is also located at etc directory, with host name with fully qualified domain name. And finally we will restart network service so that all the changes will take effect. After that, I will create a user with the sudo access, and then I will configure that user for passwordless SSH. Then finally we will update SSHD configuration, which is located at etc/ssh directory with all these parameters. And finally we will disable firewall so that uninterrupted communication will happen among the machines involved in the cluster. Once all the environment of machines are set up, I will go for setting up the local repository. As part of this, we will be required to install web server, and we need to configure that, and finally we have to download Cloudera repository. I will be installing Apache 2 web server, and I will configure it for creating a local repository. Local repository can be created with these steps. First, we need to create a folder at srv www htdocs and Cloudera repos. So this is the location where Apache 2 server will have access, and then we have to download Cloudera repository with this command, and we will provide executable and read permission on this repository, and then we will download key for installation purpose. Once these are successfully done, then we will go for installation of Cloudera Manager. Before installing Cloudera Manager, we need to install dependencies for that. So actually it depends on Postgres adapter for Python that can be installed with these steps. First we have to add the repository, then refresh the repository, and finally with the zipper install command we can install the adapter. Once that is done, we will download Cloudera Manager installer.bin file from this location, and then we will provide executable permission to that file, and then we will start the installation. So these are the steps which are involved in the installation process. Then now I will take you to the hands-on session to install Cloudera Distributed Hadoop. I'm going to install Cloudera Distribution Hadoop on 3 nodes, that is Earth, Mercury and Venus. I have chosen Earth as a name node and other two for data node. These machines are associated with internal IP and external IP. In order to change network configuration and user configuration, I should do SSH connection to these machines. That can be done by clicking on this SSH under connect. I have established the connection. I'm going to access each machine. Here is the Earth. So IP address of this machine is 10.160.0.2 and its host name is Earth, and fully qualified host name is this one, earth.asia-south1, so on. So these informations are required to update etc host file. Let me copy this. In order to modify host file, you should have root access or user with sudo access. The IP address is 10.160.0.2 and fully qualified host name is this one and short name is this one. Similarly, I require the same information from other two machines. Let us check Venus machine. It is 10.160.0.3 and host name is Venus and host name -f gives me this long name. Let me copy this and I will update this information in Earth. And next machine's IP is 4. It ends with 4. Let me make sure that yes, it ends with 4. Host name is Mercury. Sorry. Okay, host name. Oh, I did a mistake here. I actually assigned host name as equal to F. Let me correct that. Now it is good. Now fully qualified host name is this one. I am copying this and updating in the Earth mission. So these details should be available in all the 3 machines. So I am copying all these records and updating respective hosts file of all machine. Now I am going to modify the host name file which is located at etc directory to reflect this complete host name. Similarly, I am going to do the same thing in Venus and Mercury machine. I'm going to restart network service. Before that, let us check resolve conf file also uh, to make sure that contains all the name search and name servers. Yes, it is there, and name server is also available. It is generated by default. We have nothing to do here. And here also, yes, I am restarting the network service. Yes, the process is completed. Now I am going to create a user with sudo permissions for installation of Cloudera distribution Hadoop. So the username is cdh. It is created. I am going to change its password. Okay, that is fine. The password of the cdh is set. I am going to modify sudoers file to update cdh user. So it will not ask password when we use sudo. That's what this line specifies. I'm copying this so that I can easily paste in other two machines. The password of this user is same in all the machines. That is important. Alright, now the user is created. Now I'm going to create passwordless SSH for this user from this earth machine to other two machines. To do that, first I'm going to impersonate as CDH user. Now I am CDH user. Let me confirm that. Yes. So I will generate a SSH key. So it is optional. Optional is the file name and passphrase is also optional. Now it is created. Now by default it will be stored in .ssh folder. Okay, now I am going to copy this file to other machines. So to do that, I will be required fully qualified host name of all the machines. First I am copying to the same machine itself. It is asking whether to continue. I said yes and it said permission denied. Alright, this is because we have not modified the SSHD configuration files. That's why it is saying permission denied. Let me modify quickly so that I can proceed with these things. Okay, etc SSH and SSHD configuration. So here we have to do couple of changes, like RSA authentication. We have to uncomment this. Public key authentication and password authentication is no. I'm making it yes. Same thing I will do in other two machines, and once I have made changes to this file, the SSHD daemon need to be restarted. That can be done with this command. It is done. Here also I'm going to do the same thing. One more machine. Okay, let us do what we were doing before. So it is asking one-time password. I'm providing this. Now it is done. To make sure whether everything is fine, let me do SSH once to this machine. It didn't ask the password. It is working. Similarly, I will copy the SSH key to other two machines. Yes, and one-time password is cdh .ssh permission denied. Okay, let me check what is this. Let us go to the Venus machine. I'm going to impersonate as cdh user. There is a warning, cannot change directory to home cdh, no such file or directory. It seems the home directory is not created. Okay, I didn't use -m option while creating cdh user. The easiest way is to correct this one is to delete the user and recreate that. Yes. Now there is no warning. The entry is already there for sudo words. I just want to confirm whether that is fine. Yes, it is working. Let me go back and try to copy the file to Venus machine. It is asking one-time password. Yes, it is done. And let me check whether this is working fine. Yes, it didn't ask password. Similarly, I'm going to copy private keys to the Mercury machine. It is asking me for the one-time password and I provided that, and it is done. Let us check whether it is working fine or not. No, it didn't ask me the password. It is working fine. Okay, Now the next step is to disable the firewalls. To do that, we need to do something like this. Sudo, since I am CDH user, so say firewall2 and stop, and I will off this. And similarly we have to do this for other two machines as well. Sudo sudo is not required as I am already root user. Now we are all set to install the local repository and Apache web server. So let us do that. Here are the commands which are required for installing Apache 2 server and Cloudera repository. First I am going to install this Apache 2 server with this command. This is the machine, name is Mercury. I logged in as a root. I'm going to install Apache 2 server in this machine. It is asking for confirmation whether this need to be installed or not. I am providing the confirmation. Now it is installed. To execute this command, root access is required. If you don't have root access, you should have sudo permission, otherwise we cannot proceed with these commands. Let me make necessary changes required for the configuration files of Apache 2. Here I am going to change options none to options all. After this, I am going to start the Apache 2 server with this command. Let us check the status whether it is started or not. Yes, it is active and running. Now I am going to create this folder structure to create Cloudera repository. Now I am going to download a Cloudera repository from internet. It is going to take a while. I'll come back once it is done. I am back. It hardly took 1 minute. It depends on the internet speed. Let us check all the packages are available or not in the location. SRV. It is there, CM6. Yes, it is downloaded. Now I am going to provide complete read and executable permission to all to this folder CM6, and that is recursive. Now I am navigating to that directory where the files are downloaded. Yes, all RPM packages are available. Now I am going to download keys which are required during installation, and it needs to be under 6.0.0 folder. Yes, this is downloaded. Now the Installation is completed. In order to check whether everything is working fine, I need to access Cloudera repository, which is hosted on Apache 2 web server in Mercury machine through web browser. To do that, I will be required external IP of this Mercury machine that can be obtained from Google Cloud Platform's VM instances page. Let me go to the VM instances page. Here, for every machine, there will be an external IP associated with that. So for Mercury, the external IP is this one. To access this machine with port 80, we will require a firewall rule which opens that port. To do that, click on NIC 0 and go to firewall rules, and you can create a firewall instance firewall rule here. I have already created this one, and protocols will go through this 80 port, and I am enabling only my machine's IP. Now we are all set to access the web server which is under this Mercury machine. Let me copy the external IP of this machine. It is not mandatory, by default it will be 80, but I am providing this one. Yes, I am able to access. I can browse the repository created. We can see 600, the all keys.asc is also visible. RPMs are available. Yes, the local repository is all set. Before starting Cloudera Manager installation, we need to install the dependency. Since we are going to use PostgreSQL as a backend database for Cloudera Distributed Hadoop, we require Postgres adapter for Python. In order to install that, first we need to add the repository, and then we are going to refresh that, and finally we will be installing with zipper install command. Let me execute this command. Since I am CDH user, I am using sudo for every command here. It is asking whether to trust this repository or not. I am temporarily trusting that. I am confirming for installation, and it is installed. Similarly, I will do it for other two nodes. I am going to temporarily trust the repository, and I am confirming the installation, and it is done. One more node is remaining. Trust temporarily, and confirm installation. Now the installation is completed. Now I am going to download Cloudera Manager installer file on Earth machine. I have copied the URL for the same, and I am executing wget. Yes, it is downloaded. I'm going to provide executable permission for this binary. Now I will kickstart the binary for Cloudera Manager installation. It explains what is this Cloudera Manager up to and what it is going to do. Just click on next, and now we have to see the Cloudera license. Carefully go through this one, and if you agree then you can click on next. I have gone through this one. Since it is a demo purpose, I can install this. Yeah, I am accepting the license. Then the license for Oracle JDK. Once it is fine to accept, then I am going to accept this, and it is now installing JDK. It is going to take a while. I will be back once it is done. Hello, I am back. The installation took around 4 minutes. Now it is saying to access this URL http://localhost:7180 with credential admin and admin. Since there is no graphical interface installed to this machine and no browser installed, I need to access this URL from my local machine. And when I do that, I will be required external IP to do this. Generally by default, the external IPs for that external IP, this port 7180 will not be open. This need to be open in the in Google Cloud Platform. Let me show you how this can be done. So in the Google Cloud Platform, for this Earth machine, click on NIC0, and you will be prompted with all the network related settings. Click on Firewall Rules and create a one firewall rule for this instance, like this. I'm going to name it as a CDH. I will keep all these things as it is, and I will go here and select all instance in the network, and I will allow this port only for my laptop. So for that I will be required my system's IP address, and that is this one. And I will put TCP IP and 7180 as port number. Let me create this. Now I will be required the IP address of the Earth machine, I mean the public IP of the machine, and that is here. Yes, I am able to access now. I am providing the username as admin and password also admin. I don't save the password, and welcome page, continue, and then select the license. If you are fine with that, then continue. I go with the default settings, then continue, and it will take me to another installation wizard. Continue, and this page tells about setting up auto TLS, and it gives all the commands related to that. So here I have to enter the host names of all the machines which are involved in the cluster. So let me copy those things from the machines. Cat etc hosts, here they are. I'm copying all these things. I will modify this, like I don't need IP address here. Here also I don't require IP address. Short name is not required. Only fully qualified host name. Each line one machine's host name. Okay, now let me search these machines. Here we go. All the machines are searched and they are fine. Let me continue, and I'm going to select custom repository. Okay, I have installed a custom repository in Mercury machine. That is, the IP is as follows. I don't know, 2 or 3, it must be 4. And the port is 80, that is default port. Cloudera repos cm6/6.0.0. Continue, and it asks me whether the Oracle Java Software Engineering Development Kit need to be installed or not. I am selecting that, and then it asks with which user this Cloudera distributed Hadoop need to be installed. We have created a user, right? I am providing that one here, and its password. I am confirming the password, then continue. Now installation is in progress, and it will be installed on all 3 machines. It is going to take a while. I will be back when it is done. I am back. Installation is completed in around 5 minutes, and now it is going to download the parcel, and then it will distribute among the nodes, and then it will unpack, and finally it will activate. So it's going to take some time. I will be back when it is done. Hello, I'm back. The installation took around 5 minutes. It is successful now, and I'm going for host inspection. Here the installer will check whether the communication among the hosts happen properly or not. It is going to take some time. By the time I will be on pause. It took around 2 minutes, and there is one warning, and it says Cloudera recommends setting proxies VM swappiness to maximum of 10. Current setting is 60. Use the sysctl command to change these settings at runtime and edit this configuration file. Okay, that is fine, we can ignore that. Apart from that, I don't have any error or warning here. I will go and click on finish. Now, depending on the need, we have to select which kind of service we require. I will go for all services for demo purpose. Here we have to assign the roles. Say this is HBase, and master is by default on Venus, and region server is same as Datanode, and remaining things HBase REST server is on, it is not assigned to any hosts. Okay, and let me go to HDFS first. I am selecting name node as earth and secondary name node also earth. Then load balancer is in Venus, that is fine for me, and HTTPFS, that is fine. Gateway is on no host, and I'm fine with that. As of now I don't require, and I'm going to customize data node. I'll keep data node on Mercury and Venus like this, and I'll remove from earth. Hue is going to be installed on Venus, and load balancer of Hue also there. I'm fine with that. And Impala is Impala state store is on Venus, and Impala catalog server is on Venus, and Impala daemons are same as data node. And I'm going to change this Impala to earth, and catalog server also on earth. Cloudera manager service, I'm going to keep them on name node, that is earth. Uzi is on Venus, that is fine for me, and Solar is on Venus, that is fine. Spark is on Venus, and Gateway is on Earth. Gateway is on all the nodes, that is fine. And Yarn resource manager is on Venus, job history server is on Venus, and the name node manager is same as data node. So I'm going to change this resource manager to earth, and job history server also earth. Zookeeper is on Venus, and I will make it as earth, and OK. So now I am fine with these services, and now I am going to click on continue to go for setting the database. By default it is going to install Postgres, and these are the username and password for respective database. First we need to test the connections. Something is going on here. Approximately it is going to take 30 seconds. It is done and successful. Now I am continuing. Now it is asking about some configurations like block size and location of DFS, all these things. I'll keep it as it is. I don't change anything as of now. If required in future also we can change this. I'm continuing. So it is starting services first time, and it is going to take some time, and I will come back once it is done. Hello, I'm back. The first run command took around 7 minutes and it is successful. I'm going to continue now. Now the summary says the services are installed, configured and running on your cluster. So this is the end of installation. When we finish this, it will take to Cloudera Manager page where you can monitor all the services which are installed. So there is some warnings and one critical health issue. So apart from that, everything is fine with respect to installation. So let us check whether we can access Hive from any data node or not. I am just typing Hive, and it says bad major version. It is because the Java is not available in this machine. That's why it is saying that major minor version error. So already, since we have already installed Oracle JDK during our installation, I'll make use of that, and we'll try to start Hive. Generally it will be in under user directory. Let me check that. Yeah, here it is. Okay, I'm setting Java home to this location. I'm exporting this JDK 1.8 Java to path variable. Okay, now let me try bringing the Hive console up. So there are some self4j warning. Yes, I'm able to see I'm able to see Hive console. Let me see some database or tables. Show data bases. It should show me default. Yeah, it is. Yes, now the installation is completed. Thank you for watching this video. Kindly provide your valuable feedback as a comment, and let us know any topic you want us to make video of, or any issues which you are facing in your project. You may write us at feedback@kpro.co.in. Please visit our YouTube channels like blockchain, cloud, data science, etc. for learning different technologies. Thank you very much. Let's keep learning.